What's up, Greg? I hope you're all having a great day. Welcome back to my channel. This, of course, is another episode of Badads, the show where we look at the worst ads on the internet. I'm your host, Danny, the sexiest rat on all of YouTube. Man, the weird ads just keep on coming. I keep thinking that I'm not gonna have enough material to make another video about bad ads, but they just keep on rolling in. People keep sending them to me, and they're so uniquely weird every time. Like this one, which somebody submitted to my subreddit. It looks like a football game, and it says, after 2 touchdowns, you are legally allowed to play Super Bowl, which is a promise that there's no way they would be able to uphold. You're telling me if I score 2 points in this game, I'm legally allowed to just waltz onto the field during the next Super Bowl, put on a jersey, and just start playing? I love how it's 2 touchdowns. Like, they didn't even make it seem like a high number, like you had to be really good at this game. You just have to score 2 touchdowns ever. You could play this game for 100 years and only score 2 touchdowns, and you'll still be allowed to play in the Super Bowl. Wait, do they mean I'll be able to play in the Super Bowl or play Super Bowl? Like there's some other game named Super Bowl. Maybe this company has another game that they make that's where you play as a bull with a cape and you fly around and save the day. Oh, here's another good one I got. It's an ad for a game that's clearly all about baseball. Got the American League versus the National League. You can bat. But the caption says, free addicting football game. So I was like, oh, this must be a game where you can play like multiple different sports. Like you can play football, you can play baseball, you can play basketball. They've got a bunch of sports just compiled into one game. But according to the ad itself, this game is literally called baseball. So I'm pretty sure it's just about baseball. Man, say what you want about baseball, but it's America's favorite pastime for a reason. Because it's the most addicting football game. Oh man, we have a lot of good ads this time. There's probably the weirdest ad I've ever seen, which we will talk about later on. Okay, this next one must be popping up for like all of my followers because people keep sending me this ad, so I can't not talk about it. It's for a game called Hustle Castle, which I think is a pretty popular game. It has like thousands of reviews on the App Store, so I'm guessing a lot of people play it. But this ad for it is just really weird and kind of makes me uncomfortable. Okay, so here it is, and I just don't really know what's going on in this ad. Like, what is this ad trying to tell me? You start out as a newbie and you're kind of this punk girl, and then as you level up, you just get shorter, and your boobs get bigger, and your hands go from looking like regular fists to kind of looking like little tiny nubs. I don't know, you get shorter and get bigger boobs, and that's how you level up in the game? Is this game supposed to be medieval themed? It's called Hustle Castle. And yet you go from being like a punk looking kind of girl to being in this like sexy, suave red dress, neither of which seem very medieval. And the caption is, you can do everything in this game. Really? Because I can't figure out even one thing that you can do in this game. It's just people standing still and looking kind of like drowsily at the camera. I mean, if you really can do everything in this game, this ad does not do a very good job of presenting that. So like I said, I think that this ad is getting targeted towards a lot of people that follow me because I've been getting this one requested a lot. But apparently this game, Hustle Castle, has like a shit ton of ads, and this is not the weirdest one. In fact, this is probably the most tame one. Apparently Hustle Castle has been like spamming Twitter with these ads. They're all over, and they're all really weirdly sexual, and they make me very uncomfortable. I've seen tweets of people saying that they blocked the account that was giving them ads for this, and they kept getting ads because apparently the company that makes this game has like multiple accounts, so that even if you block one, you'll still keep getting ads for it, and you have to block all of them to stop. But I mean, come on. How bad could the ads possibly be? You're probably wondering. It's just a mobile game ad. Like, how messed up could they possibly make an ad for such a cartoonish, harmless app? So, does this answer your question? What the fuck is going on here? I honestly don't know. And I certainly don't want to hazard a guess because I fear it's too heinous to say. I'm not trying to get demonetized. Actually, probably just even showing this ad is gonna get me demonetized. I don't know how this passes Twitter's guidelines for promoted material. This seems pretty fucked up. Okay, so this one's got the same caption as the other one. You can do everything in this game. I guess that caption makes a little bit more sense in this context. I guess in order to prove that you can do everything in this game, they had to show something that no other game would do. To be like, yeah, we really did add in everything, even shit that you would never want to do and shouldn't be in games. We even added that in, so you can do everything in this game. I would like to know who this ad appeals to. Like, who sees this ad and is like, oh, finally, a game that lets you do everything, even the stuff that I want to do, which is this. I didn't even know that this kind of thing existed until I saw this ad, but now that I know that it exists, I want to do it. I'm so tired of games where you have to save the damsel in distress. I want to be the one putting the damsel in distress. I would like to be distressing the damsel. And what better way to distress the damsel than this? I can't think of a single better way. She looks pretty fucking distressed to me. Actually, she doesn't. She looks pretty tame, to be honest, especially considering what's happening to her. She's just kind of like, aww, kind of disappointed. Not this again. Okay, this one has a different caption. Not children's game! Not children's game! So at first when I saw this ad, I thought, uh-oh, this is not good. I was like, is this woman about to seduce 2 gigantic dragons and have sex with them? But then I thought, no, Danny, get your mind out of the gutter, you pervert, you rapscallion. There's no way that this mobile game would be advertising that you can be a woman and have sexual intercourse with 2 gigantic dragons. There's no way that they would put that in a game. But that was foolish, because you can do everything in this game. And that includes dragon birth. That's right. Because level 13 is dragon birth. This is the next ad that I saw for this game. I saw them in sequential order, and boy was I surprised when I saw this. So apparently when you reach level 13 in the game, you have sex with some dragons, and then it's time to just start popping out dragon eggs. You're in pain, in great pain, screaming, it appears. The doctor's shocked, because he's never seen anything like it. He's holding your little dragon eggs, and the dragon is just peering through the window like, hell yeah, I did that. I'd just like to point out one thing, because I don't know a lot, but I do know just one thing about childbirth, and that's that the woman supplies the eggs. So do you mean to tell me that the woman had dinosaur eggs in her this whole time? Maybe that's why the doctor's so confused. He's like, wait, did you have dinosaur eggs? I guess I've never seen a human egg up close, so I can't, don't have much to compare it to. Why does the egg have scales? I know the dragon should have scales when it comes out, but never seen an egg with scales. Something's not adding up about this whole dragon birth thing. Maybe if I overanalyze it a little bit more, it'll start to make sense. Honestly, this whole situation is messed up, but I do think that it is a little rude of them to not at least let the dragon into the hospital. He's gotta be peering through the window to watch the birth of his firstborn son. Come on. It seems a little bit barbaric and, dare I say it, racist against dragons. If he's willing to be there for his darling bride on this most important day of her life, I think he should be allowed in the delivery room. He's being a supportive father, but no, instead he just has to stick his long ass neck in through the window and watch his wife give birth to his dragon spawn. This ad just doesn't even make sense. What are they trying to show? When you go from level 15 pro to level 35 master, nothing changes. You get a different color jumpsuit and that's it. Nothing else happens. Your butt is still just as round and you still got little nubs for hands and tiny, tiny baby feet. I'm astounded by how tiny their feet are. Did nobody notice that when they were making this? They literally have baby feet. You can do everything in this game. There's mom and dad and there's their daughter and you can do everything in this game. And they're all just kind of looking at each other. So what the hell do you guys think this one means? Cause I'm definitely not liking the look of it. Is that the doctor from the earlier? Yeah, it is. Oh, he has a family of his own. What the hell is this game? Like, what do you even do in this game? I've seen so many ads for this game and could not tell you, like, what the gameplay is. Is it like an RPG? Do you just walk around doing whatever the hell you want? You can have sex with a dragon. You could do that, whatever that is. You can just sit around with your big butt and your tiny little feet and just look at the camera. What do you do in this game? So I went to the actual App Store page for this app to take a look. So the game is called Hustle Castle Fantasy Kingdom. Co-op battles, build the castle of your dreams, crush the enemy, take part in adventures, conquer the world, complete hundreds of missions. So basically, none of the stuff that was in the ads. Just a regular medieval fantasy game. So then what's up with the ads? Okay, we've reached the point in the video where I would now like to talk about my favorite ad maybe ever. This is an ad for a game called Polysphere. A lot of people sent me this ad, so I'm guessing that a good number of you might have seen this. It seems like they advertised it to a lot of people. They probably spent a lot of money advertising this. And I just have endless questions about this ad. So at first it just seems like a pretty normal ad for a game. It looks like this game where you have to move around this like cloud of fragmented pieces until you get the image that you are supposed to get. But then a couple seconds into the ad, text messages start popping up on the top of the screen from someone named X, who I guess is supposed to be some past lover of ours. They immediately start going off and insulting us, as you can clearly see by her first text, which says, "You suck." And they just keep popping up at the top of the screen, just weird insults. And it's hard to even tell like what she's upset about or what she's trying to get across, because they're just kind of like vague and confusing insults. Like, does she know that we're playing this game and she knows we're having a hard time solving the puzzle and that's why she's texting us? Because it's things like, gonna cry? Gonna piss your pants maybe? Huh? Little baby gonna piss your pants? Little kid. So it's pretty weird, right? It's a pretty weird ad. Definitely very confusing. It doesn't really make you want to download the game. Doesn't really explain why your ex would be texting you such mean things while you're trying to play this game. But guess what? It gets weirder. Because we haven't turned on the sound yet. Because not only is your ex texting you insults while you're playing the game, she's also like apparently standing right next to you and verbally insulting you while you play the game. So I'm just gonna play the ad once through and just let you listen to the whole thing and just take it all in.
Ha ha ha. You think you can just let me come into your life and then just dispose of me like a battery? You're mine, Josh. Not your girlfriend's, not God's. You're mine, Josh. Mine. Not your so-called pastor's, not God's. Now and forever.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. Don't look at me. So like, I'm so confused how this is even an advertisement for the game. Is this what they're trying to tell us will happen if we play the game? Like, you'll download it and then all of a sudden your ex will start texting you and telling you how bad you are at the game, and then not only will she be texting you, but she'll also be standing right next to you, just bent over and yelling in your ear about how bad you are at the game? Or no, not even how bad you are at the game. That's not, because that's not what she's talking about. She's saying some weird random shit about how you're hers forever. This ad it has got to be one of the weirdest I've ever seen, because not only is the whole concept weird and makes no sense, but like the more times you listen to it, the more you catch little details that make it even weirder. It's like a fever dream. Like the weird laugh at the beginning.
Ha ha ha.
Ha ha ha. What a lazy evil laugh. Ha ha ha. Then she says, "You think you can dispose of me like a battery?"
You think you can just let me come into your life and then just dispose of me like a battery?
Like, is that the first thing you think of when you think of disposable things? A battery? I can think of so many other things that I throw away more often than batteries. Napkins. Batteries. Okay, so I guess it's just napkins, but she should have said napkins. Then she starts saying, "You're mine, you're not this person's, you're not that person's, you're not so-and-so's, you're mine."
You're mine, Josh.
And there's like no rhyme or reason that I can discern for the people that she's listing. She says, "Not your girlfriend's, not God's," which is a really drastic jump. Going from like, "Your new girlfriend has nothing on me, you're gonna come crawling back to me in no time," to, "You do not belong to God, bitch! You belong to me!" It just seems a little drastic. Then she says, "You're not your so-called pastors." But why does she say, what does so-called pastor mean? What, is he not a real pastor? What does she know that we don't about our pastor? Not that homeless person that dresses up in a robe and goes out in public and yells at people about the end of the world that you call your pastor. Then she says, "Not God" again. She says God twice.
Not God's.
Don't know why she had to circle back to that. Just had to make it really clear. You are not God's. You're not your girlfriend's. You're not God's. You're not your pastor. And you're definitely not God's.
Now and forever.
I really feel like some backstory would be really helpful in this ad, but at the same time, I definitely don't want any more information about what's going on. I hope that I don't sound insane and that this ad really is as weird as I think it is, but I've watched this so many times, just trying to figure out like the thought process behind making this. Like, what did they think that they were doing? Who did they think they were gonna persuade to download the app by making this? I don't understand. All right, well, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications to join Greg. Greg is my family here on YouTube. All you have to do to join is subscribe and turn on notifications, and then guess what? you are officially blood related to everybody else in Greg. That's how it works because we're a family. Don't ask any questions and definitely don't look it up. It is true. If you want to snag tickets to come see me on tour, here are all of the shows that still have tickets available. If you go to wearetwodifferentpeopletour.com or the link in the description, you can snag those. Make sure you do that quick. Thank you, Taryn Does Art, for turning on my notifications. You are truly Greg. I'll see you guys next time with a really interesting video where I cry so much that I fill up this entire room and I drown in a pool of my own tears. Bye! This video is over now. Go find something else to watch, or just watch this video. I know we had a lot of fun, but you can't stay on this end screen forever. No. This video is over now. So why are you still watching this? Do you not have